All right, good.
All right. Good. So I've spoken to Tamaya and Romario. Who else is online in the chat?
Nikisha Briscoe.
All right, Nikisha. Nikisha, you sound so quiet. How are you, Briscoe?
I'm okay.
All right. Maybe I need to send out to the group that persons need to log on now, because 1, 2, 3.
Mr. Dixon, I already type it in the group
That they
on
need
WhatsApp.
to.
Yes,
Yeah,
but we are over here waiting.
Can you believe that? Did you download WebEx meeting? Screenshot. Oh, it's in a voice note.
Good morning, Mr. Nixon.
Oh, this is me.
This is Crystal. I am having a power outage, so I won't be able to log into class.
Wow.
This morning. So just giving you a heads up in
advance. All right. Okay, I know one person said that they're having a power outage and will be unable to log in at this time. But let me just send a voice note to the. I'm asking all the members of the retail merchandiser group to go to your email and log in on the link now to the class, right? Because we should have started from 10 o'clock. Okay, thanks. Good. All right. Now, the first thing I'm going to do to start our discussion, you see, I'm gonna send you a photograph through the email, and we start discussing it. It's a ad by Rainforest, requesting merchandisers, and they ask for the desired competence. So let me just forward that to the group now, so we can start the discussion from there. So. All right, I just sent it to the group. Just tell me if you can see it. Are we seeing that picture that I just sent?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right, let's take a minute and look at it, and then we'll start the discussion. All right. All right, if you look, remember, last week, for those who were in the orientation session, last week we said that this course is known as job certification. So it zeroes in specifically on a particular skill area, right? So the skill area is merchandising. All right. Now, as we can see, this company, they're saying that they want their merchandisers, so the desired person, should be able to merchandise product branding, pricing, displaying. So that's when they say merchandising, these are the things that you should be able to can do. Branding, pricing, and displaying. Well, The reason why this maybe indicate that a certificate in customer service would be excellent, would be a bonus, is because, you know, your communication skills. What is happening? Okay. It's because your communication skills are so important. As a merchandiser, who are the persons that you think that you'll be communicating with, though, will be asked to interact with? Who want to take on that one?
Customers.
All right. Like which one? Which which customer that? Who is you that Bisco?
Oh, it's Tamoya.
Oh, okay, right. Which customer that now, Tamaya?
Like regular shoppers when you go in the supermarket. Because I communicate with the merchandiser, like ask them certain things. So I
Okay.
just say customers.
All right. So you're talking about the direct customers who will purchase. All right. Anybody else who the merchandiser will be communicating with? Don't you think that the merchandiser will have to communicate with someone who is assigned by the company that you display the products with, whether in a supervisory position or a management position? Or do you think at some point in time the merchandiser will have to communicate with one of those persons employed to that company? What do you think? I'm not just talking to Tamaya now, you know, talking to anybody. Is the technology failing us? What's happening?
Seems like nobody is participating.
Yeah, I'm saying, hold on, man. Daily, you're here? You're here with me? Daniel, you see, Tamaya, maybe where they are, the weather is affecting them still, you know.
Maybe.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Who am I speaking? Who am I speaking with? Oh, Daily.
Yes.
Daily, all right. Let me ask a question. You were listening to me all the time?
No, I wasn't by my phone.
Ah, I can't afford not to have you people with me constantly, you know. Hold on again. Romario.
Morning, Mr. Dixon.
Good morning. Morning, Davian. I missed you.
Yes, because I've been trying so long to log on, and then when I finally do, I wasn't hearing. I know you guys are talking because I can see the mics, but I wasn't hearing a thing.
Oh well, happy here with us now because yeah, and this virgin here, Romario, I'm going silent again. Romario, you hearing me? Dead silent. So I know that Daily is on, James is on, Cameron is on. Briscoe, you still there? Wow, this weather day is a problem.
Yes, Mr. Dixon, it's raining where I'm at, so it keep
It's raining really, really bad where I'm at, and I'm using like Wi-Fi.
I'm using Wi-Fi as well, so I don't know.
We detected that you connected. No. All right, Jesus. All right. What I was saying though, is that the merchandiser, they said that they would like it would be an asset if the merchandiser had a certificate in customer service. The question was, why do you think this is so? So we're saying that, well, James said that the merchandiser should be able to communicate well, like with customers. I asked her to specifically identify what type of customers. Because please be reminded, that when you talk about customers, you have internal customers and you have external customers. So it was very important that we established. So it would appear that Tamaya,
Here.
no, it's just my thing going out a while ago now. It would appear that Tamaya made reference to an external customer. No problem, that's good. And then I put the argument out there. Don't you think that the customer, the merchandiser would definitely need to interact and interface with their internal customers now, who would be employees of the business? And most times when we think about place where people merchandise, perform merchandising activities, the first thing come to our mind in most cases are supermarkets. But we have to think wider than that. We have to think about pharmacies. We have to think about hardware stores. Look at like True Valley and those places. We have to think about the mega stores like the Price Mart and the Mega Mart and all of these things. So yeah, it's wide. I don't want us to just think in a box. Anybody else that the merchandiser would have to communicate with? So we say normal customers who may come in the supermarket are going to give you an experience that I had doing some merchandising duties in the past. Yeah. So we deal with customers external, we deal with internal customers, which may be someone assigned by the company to deal with the merchandisers. More than likely it can be an internal merchandiser who have a supervisory position, experience merchandise. So most of these companies have internal merchandisers too, right? Some of these supermarkets, they have persons who they also employ as merchandisers. All right. The next thing, the merchandiser should be communicating with persons from their company. Who you think would be the persons that the merchandiser would communicate with from their company, their own company?
And the manager?
The manager, yes, the manager.
Supervisor.
Or the supervisor, whoever is responsible for their department. All right, wonderful. So we get the gist there as to why they said that you should have a customer service certificate. But listen, you don't have to fret about that, Let me tell you why you don't have to fret about that. You see, when you go into an interview and you are able to communicate. Well, lightning is flashing up my side and the rain is falling so heavy. And you're able to communicate effectively and display that level of customer service skills, then all of a sudden that certificate won't be a problem for them. Why? It's not a customer service representative them really want. They want somebody with merchandising skills. Do you understand what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not seeing like there's two males who should be in this group. One, Rowan Brown and Romario Moncrief. I'm seeing Romario up there, but I'm not getting it. Maybe him get kick off the system. I'm not sure.
No, man, I'm here.
Brethren, Romario, you cannot, and listen to me, class. I want you to back me on this. Romario cannot not be communicating with us from time to time because Romario have skills in merchandising. What do you think, people? What do you think about what I just say? Romario,
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
other people getting affected, like them getting kicked off from time to time. Obviously it's the weather. This is crazy though. So you have been hearing what I've been saying so far, Romario?
Yeah, I'm here listening.
Yes. So the Cameron, you with me? Because she said she logged on. Davian?
I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Present.
Okay, good. So don't worry about the customer service certificate so much. What's the next thing that these people ask for? High school diploma with CXC? No. Knowledge of food safety and good housekeeping. Now this is very important. The workplace health and safety. That's I'm gonna give you a research to look up information on that. And food safety, the HACCP. Because all employers and if you intend to be self-employed, you need to have knowledge of food safety. It's extremely important, right? Also, if persons who have the desire to become merchandisers and you have your options are wide. However, to ensure that your options can be really wide, it means that you should take out a food angler's permit. So when you approach your potential employers for the first time, you already have these things. So these people will say you're serious. You need to, that first impression. It's very important. They said this person appears to be serious. Why am I telling you all these things? And throughout the time that we'll be together, we'll be talking, I'll be giving many tips as we go along. The demand for jobs will always be greater than the supply of jobs. If the demand for something is greater than the availability of that thing, what is it that we will be experiencing? It's an S word. It's an S word. The word begins with S. Yes, James, what is it that we'll be experiencing?
Sir, I don't hear the question properly. Can you repeat the question?
Yes, but I will. I'm saying to you and everybody else that the demand for jobs will always be greater than the supply of jobs. Therefore, in a situation like this, what is it that we will be experiencing where jobs are concerned?
Sir, the services.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Oh, but you give me an S word still. Yeah. Go with that S
Supply.
word still. No, because I use that word already, I said
Your skills, sir.
No. All right, so I have to stop you people. You see, Romario, I'm silent now. But listen though. It is shortage. It is shortage. When the demand for something is greater than the amount of supply, you have a shortage. Do you know that shortage is different from scarce?
Yes.
All right.
Different words.
Is there anyone in the group? Who can tell me the difference between when something is short and when something is scarce? So, because I don't want anybody to tell me about shortage can be defined as and scarcity can be defined as, no, you don't have to do that. Let's say, all right, Mr. Dixon, when something is short, it means that what have you not is happening. And when something is scarce, it means that is happening. Because as a merchandiser, you're going to run into this situation from time to time.
I guess short will be we don't have that much, like, but and scarce.
Oh,
will be
Romario,
hard.
stop. Listen to the rules though, class. You see, if somebody gets one part right and one part wrong, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. The only reason why that I'm gonna say no though is because I don't want the next person who would like to attempt it. Don't have to worry about.
Mr. Dixon?
It chip out.
Mm. The weather, you know.
Want to. It is, yes. I don't want to share you, and I definitely don't want you to share me. So put your phones on silent or something. All right. You ready now, Moncrief?
You have to go over again, no, sir. You did chip out whenever you hear what you say.
Oh. A call
Yeah.
came in and I told the person I'm in a class, and then I put my phone on silent. All right. I was saying, when you're trying to explain the difference between when something is scarce and when something is short, just tell me, say, Mr. Dixon, when something's scarce, it means that is happening, and when something is short, it means that is happening. If you get one part right and part wrong, I'm going to say no, because I don't want the next person not to be thinking about both words. I want everybody, but of course, we just maybe take like 2 minutes max for this, and then I'll tell you what it is, and we'll move on. All right. So who going first?
Sir, when something is short means that they don't have enough product, and when something is scarce, meaning
It's the
they
same.
don't have any at the market.
Oh, no, that is wrong, Bisco.
Yes.
Well, no, everybody hearing Bisco, because Bisco talks often. Everybody is hearing Bisco. Everybody heard that Bisco said a while ago?
Yeah, we did.
All right. You say when something's scarce, when something's short, you don't have enough. And when something's scarce, you don't have any at all. Now that is a Bisco? Nikisha?
I think it looks like you chip out.
Yes,
It sounds like
sir,
it's that you
I'm
said though.
hearing.
All right.
Yes, sir, that is
And I
what I
said,
said.
no, that's not the correct answer. Let me take like maybe one or two more the most. All right, Romario, you ready?
Yeah, scarce when it's hard to find, and short is when you don't have enough.
No, that's wrong. One more person. Anybody? Daly, James, Cameron? Anybody?
Scarce is when you don't have none at all. There is no
All right.
product on the or in the island, I should say.
All right.
There is no product in the island.
Yeah.
And shortage is when you have a limited amount of product.
Okay. All right. That is wrong also. But listen though. The reason that none of you, wherever you're talking to me from, was able to differentiate them correctly is because you're all Jamaicans. Nobody not taking me on that? Anyway. No. As Jamaicans, if we're going to the supermarket and we don't say any bread. And scarce come to your mind first. You say bread scarce. Everybody understand what you mean. If short come to your mind first and you say bread short, everybody understand what you mean. But in reality, they have two different meanings. All right. Most persons got short right. So you don't have enough. When the demand is greater than the supply. So therefore, if I live close to Papine, so if I go to a supermarket, if the daily demand for bread in Papine is 1,000 loaves per day. So the bread vans, as a unit, they deliver 1,000 breads per day to the supermarkets in Papine. And at the end of the day, those bread, most of them would be sold. If this morning only 600 breads were delivered, it means that throughout the course of today, a shortage of bread will arise in Papine. You get what I'm saying? Now, where scarcity is concerned, though, the persons known as economists that comes up with economic theories and principles, they say that all things are scarce. Except, listen carefully, you know, people. They say all things are scarce except air, the air that we breathe, sunlight, seawater, salt water, and sand. Listen, you know. They say all things are scarce with the exception of air, sunlight, seawater, salt water, and sand. They say the reason that everything else is scarce, they say that we do not have enough resources to satisfy man's wants. We do not have enough resources to satisfy man's wants. And we know that want is a desire. Why them always say needs are necessities. You get the gist of what I'm saying? Now, understand what I'm saying to you now, people. Who was the first person who attempted? It was Nikisha Briscoe. Briscoe, you still with me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. Let us say Briscoe go to the supermarket today. And when you're going to the supermarket, instead of having all the different types of goods and commodities, all that is in the supermarket is stocked from floor to ceiling with Betty condensed milk. On every shelf, in the chillers, everywhere, just Betty condensed milk. And you say, wow, what is happening here? Milk. And then you see the manager come out and say, you know, we're giving away milk free today, Briscoe. Briscoe, what do you think would happen?
I think everybody would want the free milk, sir.
Briscoe, let me tell you what will happen. Different from where you can pick up. Yeah, I go see some people run on them phone and say, yo, tell John to back up the truck up at XY supermarket because
Yes,
milk
sir.
are
Everybody
free.
go want the free milk.
The resource, which is milk, which appeared to be in abundance minutes ago, if it was given away free compared to man's desire for it, it would be scarce because one person would desire maybe all of the milk in the supermarket, you know, much less 2 and 3 and 4 and 100 people. So, all right, let me prove this more realistic to you. Tamaya, you with me?
Sure.
All right, James. Most people, you know, salt, you know, the free flow pack of salt, you know, the clear and blue plastic bag. You know the salt?
Yes, sir.
All right. You know, so most people, most people don't really desire salt. Unless you work in a restaurant, you have to buy salt and cook shop and so. But like for your own purposes, maybe for the month, people buy a 1 pack maybe two the most. Depends on the size of them family. We don't even know. Because
Mhm.
they're trying to discourage us to eat a lot of salt. But here happen now, James. If you go to the supermarket and you're buying goods for your family, buying groceries for your family for the month, and you usually buy 1 pack of free flow salt. And when you're going to the supermarket and you go around where the salt is, you hear the salt given away free. How much you going to put in your trolley?
I'm gonna put maybe about 5 or so, or 10.
Maybe you won't. Maybe, and some people going to creep up all of the salt if it's possible. But maybe you won't take a lot, but you're not taking one that you normally take. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so listen now. The more rarer. I don't know. The more difficult it is to find a particular resource, a higher price is attached to it. So you see, like that is why like gold and precious jewelry and so they carry a high price in order to reduce the amount of demand for it. Things that are more in abundance, it carry a lower price because you have more to go around. All right. Now look at the things that them say not scarce. Air, the air that we breathe. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter how much air you desire, you cannot use it up. You can full your lungs. Don't catch COVID, people. Because you catch COVID, you can't full your lungs. No matter how you do, you can't use it up. When the sun come out and shining, no matter how much sun you desire, you cannot use it up. You understand? Salt, sea water. Now, let me tell you about water. They say that the earth is made up of 70% water and 30% land. Now, out of the 70% water, they say it's like something like 15% or so is drinkable, usable water that you can drink and use. The rest is either salt water or contaminated water. So, if you were to go down by the seaside and you see a man carry 100 tanker and start drop the water from the sea, nobody would have business with that person. But if you were to ask somebody, would you like to control all the rivers and streams in Jamaica? The person maybe would say yes, because them know they want to charge people for the water. They want to use some of the water for tourism and all of that. So fresh water is a scarce commodity, but salt, seawater, and contaminated water, it is not considered scarce. All right. And you see, they put sand there. Now, living in Jamaica, sand look kind of tricky, but these people, when they're doing their policies and stuff, they're not doing it just for Jamaica. They're looking at the global thing, the world. So we know, say when we purchase sand, if we're doing construction and we buy sand, and we pay a lot of money for the sand, but the biggest charge is really for the transportation, not the sand. Because most time the truck man, them who go to the quarry, then just give the tractor man a small money and the tractor man full up them truck. But them charge you a big money now to carry the commodity to you. All right. So if sand was a scarce commodity, the countries in the world that have all of these deserts, they'll be making billions of dollars to export sand all over the place. All right. So that is what we are saying. We don't have enough resources to satisfy man's desire. So that is why we say all things are scarce. So what I'm saying to you, just need to know that there's a difference between when something is scarce and when something is short. But I'm not going to tell you, say if you go into the supermarket and you see a man and you can't find flour and him say, boy, flour scarce. I don't want you to try and explain to him, say, is really short flour short, because it may vex him, make, Jamaicans are crazy nowadays. Take your 3 points. But what you need to know is that whether the flour was there or the flour was not there, it was always scarce. But when you can't find it now, or when them limited to 2 pounds per person, is because it's short. The demand for it is greater than the amount supply. All right, people. So that was my little teaching point for the morning. Going down the line, looking at the what the merchandiser, the skills that they need. So we said knowledge of food safety, experience in setting up promotional events. Now, I'm sure that some persons in the group may have experience in this, and I'm sure that some do not. But that is why we have these classes, and that is why we have to have practical classes, because one of your major tasks is, as a member of a group, we're going to have two groups. As a member of a group, we have to set up a display, right? We have to set up a display. So even though we will simulate it, but we will be doing it as closest to the reality as is humanly possible, right? So therefore, when you go to an interview and say, I have set up displays, and also, because you're in this class now, when you get the opportunity to go anywhere and you see display, it will force you now to pay greater attention to details as to, you know, how they really set it up and all of that. Have the ability to work unsupervised. This is very important to know, because most merchandisers, when you go, especially going to the supermarkets, you normally see them working by themselves, you know. So yeah, you have to have that ability. To work unsupervised means that you have attained a skill level known as responsibility. Responsibility, and with responsibility comes accountability. Because if you are responsible to merchandise a particular brand, then if anything goes wrong, you are accountable and will have to be able to can answer the questions asked where that is concerned. Effective communication and human relations, we spoke about that. Knowledge of credit and debit note processing. Now, normally when we have like returns, goods returns, return outwards, return inwards, they're usually accompanied by debit and credit note. Based on my knowledge, I know that normally a sales rep will be responsible for this. However, it is obvious that the company would like persons with also this knowledge, if needs require, if it is required, that they will be able to can deal with these situations. Possess a food and glass permit, we spoke about that. Trustworthy, reliable, and results oriented. Now, when you want to offer yourself as a part of the labor force or the workforce, you also need to have a sense of responsibility to know that you should be trustworthy. You should not make statements that are false and all of these things. You want persons to develop trust. Trust in people, hard to gain and very easy to lose. So you meeting someone for the first time, over a time, trust will be developed if you possess the right attitude and the right personality, and you know how truthful you are, be able to live up to your commitments, and all that. You know, these are the things that generates trust over time. Have an artistic eye for details and organization. The whole concept of artistic means that you know you need to develop the eye to know what colors are best when matched together. If a display is slightly off, you can say, says that caused it, that caused it, so we need to correct that, stuff like this. So in a nutshell, you see exactly what employers are looking at. This may be rainforest, but we could generalize it. Any company wanting a merchandiser So it basically be the things that they're looking for. The first thing is knowledge. Knowledge of to do the displays, and knowledge of how you price and how you do stock rotation and all of these things. The next thing is how will you communicate? That is very important. How will you communicate? Your communication skills, right? Commitment to contract. You have a responsibility to you have something they call it accounts. Let us say for on a Wednesday, today's our Tuesday. Let us say on a Tuesday, you have 4 accounts to deal with. So that is 4 different locations that you will be carrying out merchandising activities. You must be able to ensure that at the end of the day, you have completed what you were expected to carry out, you know, and completed. Good. Professionalism. Some companies provide their employees with clothes to wear, and some don't, right? But at all point in time, you know, you should ensure that you are properly attired, you know, so that because you're interfacing with the public, and you represent your company. So when your company employs you to represent them, you are the face of the company. So if people gets a bad, what do you call it now? Their opinion of you is negative, automatically the opinion of the company, the reputation of the company will suffer somewhat, you know, because you know you represent them. All right. Any questions so far? Because what we want to do now, we want to start looking at the specific unit, the specific unit merchandise products. We want to start looking at that. Did everyone on the chat today, this morning, did get a chance to browse over that unit? Cameron, did you get the chance?
Yes, sir. I had to.
All right, Tamaya.
I was looking on it.
All right, no problem. Daily, you haven't spoken to me in a while.
No, sir, I didn't.
All right, you see it? I like that. She's honest. But Daily, you know what that means? It means that the next time around now you have to ensure that you shape up. Briscoe, you get a chance to look at it? That's the first unit.
So I did not.
No, neither. No. Romario, everything there that had looked familiar?
When you see the 52 page, I stop look.
Oh my God, no, man, we just wanted to look for a few pages. A few pages. All right. I can tell you something from now. Yesterday, you see what you see the information that takes you people. WhatsApp you people yesterday, and it had the nine units with the code, with the codes. Everybody got that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Right. When you look at those units, you know, you realize that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait there. Is 9? Wait there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
9.
8, 9. Right. What I realize, you know, is that the first 7 is relating to those merchandising and all the different aspects associated with that. The other 2 are IT units. So you will learn how to incorporate that skill. I just spoke with one of the supervisors to find out will it be a separate assessment that will be given for the IT areas, possibly. right? Possibly where that is concerned. But the first 7 units, and when we start discussing them, because we're going to start discussion within the next 5 minutes or so. When you look at them, merchandise products, merchandise fresh and frozen products. So if you look at the second unit, all that you're doing now is zeroing on certain specific types of products, but it's still merchandising them. Produce visual merchandising signs. So that is a part of your exhibition, that's the same. Prepare products for display merchandising. So you realize that so far all of those tie up together? Mount a small exhibition of products. It's just like they're repeating themselves, but of course they may have a 1 and 2 little things that you tweak here and there. But build relationships with customers and suppliers. Well, that's a human relation customer service aspect. Oh, all right. You see this unit? Build relationships with customers and suppliers. When you interacting with potential employers, you have to sell yourself. So a question was asked during the interview. Do you have a certificate in customer service? You don't have any. All right. So you're going to tell them no. However, during my training in merchandising, I was fully exposed to the era of building relationship with customers and suppliers. Now, here what you're going to do now. You see, because we're going to do that unit, you have to become intimate with what the areas that you cover in the unit. So that at the interview, you can specifically speak to certain things. When you do these things, ladies and gentlemen, employers get blown off them feet, because you're competing with other persons for the same job. Remember, we said the jobs are short. So it means that you want to ensure that when you go in there, you lay down a marker that when you come out, when at the end of their interview and they are interacting now in terms of who they will employ, you will be part of the discussion, the positive part of the discussion, because all that they are doing is taking a chance on someone or some persons. But you will appear to be a better fit than some persons who go in there and couldn't really represent themselves. All right. So you have to be able to be very intimate with the information that you'll be learning as we go along. And you must be able to can speak to it. I have to do like 2 test papers within the first 7 units, and I have to do on the IT areas, right? So I can safely say to you that you'll be getting a project to do on the exhibition that you will be mounting, right? So your project as a group is a group project, will be based on the practical exhibition that you will do. Then for me now, I have to do on a test paper where I have some multiple choice, you have some short answer questions, maybe matching, I don't know, what put together a set of questions that I have to do up and submit for approval. So I can safely say that my questions, the first 7 unit areas, we will have to be tested on those, and then the IT part will be separate. All right. By this week Thursday, because Thursday is the next class, you should be given a topic. So by Thursday, I'll be placing you in groups, and you will be given the topic for your practical. And also we'll start to flesh out what are the areas that will be required to put in the project. Or maybe we can call it a portfolio, right? So I'm just putting in that frame of mind that you have an idea as to, you know, where we're going with this. All right. I remember on Thursday of last week, during the orientation session, I did indicate that your final assessment will be done at the Whole Harbour campus, the Whole Harbour VTC campus. But I did tell you not to worry about that because, you know, transportation would be available. Also, by next week, I will be able to say which day we can allot to have a face-to-face. It has to be agreed by most persons, the particular day, and it has to be communicated to Boys Town, to our institution, because as long as it is done properly, then it means that lunch would be provided for you. All right, on that day, that you'll come in for that face-to-face session. Any questions before we start the thing?
Sure. The face-to-face, what would it be based off of?
All right. Personally, I was thinking that I know that maybe for the computer sessions, that is right up the alley. But even with the portfolio and stuff, it would be a good thing to come and tie down certain things, because we really don't want when it comes to crunch time, Romario, persons not feeling comfortable knowing exactly what is required of them, what is expected, what, you know, and it would give us also an opportunity to meet each other, you know, as a group and the instructor. So
and would this be in the week or a Saturday?
No, man, preferably it would be in the week. Preferably it would be in the week.
Sir, for the face-to-face, would it be anytime in this month or?
How many more weeks do you have in August? One more week? Next week?
One week, next week.
All right, so it means that we could look at maybe a September. Yeah, because all right, understand this. Four classes in this month, starting today. 4 classes, you know, down the line, you know, you're well entrenched in what is expected of you and what you're doing, you know. You understand? Now the groups, as a group, it is important that you have this face-to-face meeting, and maybe I don't know, maybe you people can set up as a Zoom thing among yourself as a group, because you can meet that way. But as the instructor, I would need to meet with the group. Maybe 6 weeks, and it's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time. So definitely from maybe the first week in September. Yeah. Maybe first and second week. By that time we'll be, you know, basically understanding what we're doing. I just want persons to know, and you have to look at how realistic it is. It's very important, because if we're doing a project, it means that maybe what it is saying to me, that by Thursday, the groups have to know maybe what type of an idea as to what type of display you'll be doing, you know, and it can be as wide as possible. I'll give you some areas, possible areas that a group can decide on. So as soon as you start doing that, then you have to start thinking about the props. I will speak with the manager. I will speak with the manager of Whole Harbour VTC to find out what the physical layout out there in terms of what is it that they have. All right. Just so you know that, like a merchandiser, you normally see them with them price gun and all of these things. However, when I look at the range statement, which covers the wide scope of what can be used, it also says that we can price things if we can write neatly and price things. Because, you know, based on the course, we have to be as flexible as possible. But I need to find out what exactly that accredited institution have available. So for you to know. So for argument's sake, suppose I say them have price gun. Let's give it that's off the bat. Suppose I'm saying them have price gun. So it means that, but we doing the classes now, we don't have access to a price gun, but you'd have to do up the research on price gun, because you know, say on the day of the practical, on the day of the assessment, it would be nice that if we have price gun, then you use price gun. You get the gist of what I'm saying to you? Yes. But it is not a compulsory. But I need to find out what is it that these people have, so I can relate it to you that they have this and them have that and them have that. So when you're making your plans, you can know, say, well, this is there, that is there, that is there. When you're making your plans, if they don't have them, then you have to make your plans with these things in mind also. But one thing must be on your agenda, is that at the end of the day, you will get through this and you will be successful. And you will be certified. Right? You have to claim that. Okay? Good. So
Just name.
right. So the first unit. The first unit have, in terms of competence, of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas of competence that you should have, all right, in order to merchandise products. And these areas of competence are place and arrange merchandise. Put on my glasses. All right. Place and arrange merchandise. Prepare, display labels and tickets. Prepare, display labels and tickets. So these are the things you're going to attach to your merchandise, either on them or beside them, right? Can be above them, below them, or beside them. Depends on what is appropriate. The third one, place, arrange, and display price, tickets, and labels. Place, arrange, and display price, tickets, and labels. So you see, all the things that we are talking about, you know, sometimes we don't pay a lot of attention to them when we're going to the places of business. But as of today, when you're going there, you should start paying attention to them. And you will see the ones that, based on their knowledge that we will acquire, you will see some that are good, some that are very good, and some that are poor. Number 4, maintain displays. And number 5, protect merchandise. So we're saying in unit 1, these are 5 competencies that you need to have. Now, when you talk about a particular competence, let's just say the first one, place and arrange merchandise. In order to prove that you have that competence, that competence is broken down into some specific performance criteria that you should be able to do. So therefore, don't just tell me, say, yeah, man, I can place and arrange merchandise. So yeah, so what does that require? See, you see that question? Okay, you can place an arrangement on that. So what does that require? Now, if you are not aware of the performance criteria required to place and arrange merchandise, then that's, you understand? The skill competence cannot be proven. The skill competence cannot be proven. So when you look at the first one, but question, anyone is on this chat using a computer? Everybody using their phone?
Yes, I can log my laptop.
Who using laptop? James, you using a laptop?
No, I'm not. I am on it looking at on my email.
Oh, right.
And
I'm looking at the information that we're talking about now.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else have access? Because if you're using a phone, it will be difficult to look at what we're talking about. No, I don't know. But I just need to have an idea as to what is the constraints.
Sir, I'm using my phone, but I'm looking at the document too.
All right.
We did off for a while, man. You know, the internet chip out.
Oh, okay. I was just asking what medium are you? Well, I realized, well, Daly said that she's using her phone, but she's still able to look at the document that I'm making reference to. So what are you doing, Romaria? What are you using?
Oh, I'm using phone and the laptop.
All right, so you're good then, man.
Yeah.
You're good. Good. Davian, how you stay?
On my phone, and I'm viewing it on my laptop because I'm using my phone.
All right. I feel comfortable now, more comfortable. So do you understand what I'm saying to you? When we say that the first unit consists of 5 elements of competencies, so you should be able to can place and arrange merchandise, prepare, display labels and tickets, place, arrange and display price tickets and labels, maintain displays and protect displays. However, the performance criteria is where the knowledge of how you have this competence, of carrying out the competence lies, right? So when we discuss these now and you understand what we're talking about, then you know, so we're good to go. And it means that when I ask, when you see it on a test paper, you can relate. All right. Merchandise is unpacked in accordance to organizational procedure. Anybody that you work with, when you're in Rome, you do what the Romans do. So I will teach you the basic generic concept of merchandising. However, learn this from now. When you are employed in a particular company, they may have their unique way of how they carry out their business. What you need to do is to listen carefully and carry out the performance specifically how they want it. Why is it so? Because at that point in time, you are in Rome. I have seen trainees, especially food preparation trainees. They get work in some companies, and based on how that company carries out certain operations with regards to food preparation and stuff, based on how they learned it, they are saying that it is that the company is doing it wrong. However, class, you going into a company, you cannot go into that company and start to tell people them say you're doing the thing wrong and you're not doing it like this and whatever. Because there's a thing known as stock rotation, and we're going to discuss that in full. There's a thing known as last in, first out method. If you just get to the people and company, I want to dictate things to them because you never did, and not so you learn it, then you will join that type of rotation. Last thing, because you're the last one to come in and you're first to go out. Right? So we don't want that. What we want to do, we teach you the general broad base of how the things should be done. However, you need to also appreciate and acknowledge that different people does their thing differently, right? So you have to just be able to confirm. So when we talk about merchandise is unpacked in accordance to organizational procedure. So anyway, if they tell us that this is how we want you to receive the thing and pull the package and deal with this thing, that is how you're going to learn it, and that is how you're going to carry out that operation all the while until it becomes a part of you. Okay? Merchandise is placed on floor, fixtures, and shelves. All right. Obviously, what they're saying is that you place the merchandise anywhere that it is suitable for, or it should go. It may be on the floor. It may be something that was created specifically for it. You're talking about fixtures there, or on shelves in determined location. This can be seen in two ways. This can be seen in two ways. You have sometimes when you do promotions, merchandise, you promote and you go and you set up, most time you go into supermarkets, you see they have these things where they give out samples and all of that. But that is different from the merchandising at that location where the goods are always located X place. And you know, when the customers who shop there all the time, they know exactly where to go. The merchandising job is very competitive, the job itself. In terms of where you work at the locations, it's very competitive because sometimes your company can make it very easy for you in that they rent spaces within the organizations that they are distributing to, right? So you can have, let us say, High-Low supermarket may have some shelves that are dedicated to Lasco, for argument's sake. So it means that the supermarket owners will not allow other companies and brands to be placed at these particular areas. So when the merchandiser for Lasco go there now, very comfortable, you have your place and so. However, you have other locations where this is not the case, and merchandisers compete for space. And if you are a sloppy merchandiser and your goods running out and you are not proactive or in touch with what you're doing and ensure that your shelves always appear to look stock, you'll find other people squeegee and take your space because it is a jungle out there, right? So you need to understand how these things are carried out. So merchandise is placed on floors, fixtures, and shelves in determined location. It's just where you're assigned to go, right? It's nothing different. That's kind of simple. Merchandise is displayed to achieve a balanced, fully stocked appearance and promote sales. All right, who want to take on this one for me? Tell me what. All right, let me tell you, it's just Daly, Cameron, James, Briscoe, and Moncrief. So Daly, this is your one that you have to talk to me about. Merchandise is displayed to achieve a balanced, fully stocked appearance and promote sales. What I gather from that? Because You have to understand something, daily. From day one, right now, all of your merchandisers, I teach the subject entrepreneurship, right, to many groups. And I always tell the trainees that in order to do well and understand the content more easier, you have to see yourself as a business person. So if you see yourself as a business person, in some way you're going to start thinking a little different. So today is our first day. All of your merchandisers already. Right. So Daily, you with me?
Yes, sir.
Good. So talk to me about so Daily, Cameron, you are the next one. James, then Briscoe, then Moncrief. So that's So come Daily now. What you gather from this? Merchandise is displayed to achieve a balanced, fully stocked appearance and promote sales. You have to remember this little one, people, because your presentation, your practical, your display must look like this. Talk to me, Tanil.
Sir, you say a balance fully appearance, right?
Yes, yeah, man.
I mean, it should always look fully like stocked. And when sales are promoted, you should update your side or I don't know, but your stocks and stuff should be updated. They should be on track.
All right, wonderful. And do you know, everyone, that when you go to where a display is, you know that if it's just a few products remaining in that area, the first thing you're going to wonder, I wonder if them fresh. I wonder if them outdated. Yeah, man. But when that place always look properly stocked and so forth, then it creates that psychological impression to the customer that they are getting fresh products all the time. All right. But interestingly though, we have some shoppers who they're not falling for that concept, they are going to look at the expiry date and all of these things. They're gonna look. All right. Thank you, Daily. Davian, damaged, soiled, and obsolete stock are identified. Corrective action taken as required. Let's talk to us about that. And why should we constantly do this?
You said damaged soil or absolute stocks are identified and corrective action taken as required.
Yes. What are we talking about here? Before you start talking, Cameron, who are you again?
What do you mean, sir?
No, just answer that question. No. Who are you again?
Okay, I'm a merchandiser.
All right, good. So you see, we're going to get a good response now. Yeah, man, always remember, people, you're a merchandiser already. So put yourself in this scenario. Damage, you have stock that is damaged and spoiled. Obsolete. What do you mean by when something is obsolete? Give me another word for obsolete. Outdated.
Okay.
Yeah, man. All right. Good. So talk to us now.
All right.
Why is it important?
Well, it's important because then you will lose sales if these things are not up to date. Like you said, absolute outdated stocks and damaged stuff like that. If you continue as a merchandiser to have these kind of things on shelf, then the company that you're representing will lose on both customers and, what do I say? Well, monetarily and customers.
Yeah, man, it's going to affect the reputation of the company. There's a thing known as goodwill for companies. Let us say that Coats Jamaica is selling out. All right. and Briscoe have the money to buy courts. You hear that, Briscoe? Briscoe? Nikisha? God. The weather. All right. Tamaya have the money to buy courts. Tamaya? James?
Yes, sir, I am here.
All right. So you hear that you have the money to buy courts, right? You hear that, Pat?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Good. Now, when courts do up their accounts, they'll tell you that, all right, we have 28 stores throughout the length and breadth of Jamaica, and the cost for the entire chain of stores will be $2.5 billion. However, to keep the name courts, you have to pay us 1.2, no, let us say $200 million. Yeah, what I just say, everybody are putting it to James still, but
Yes, sir.
But no, I'm not even putting it to James. It's just that James, I don't see who said James have the money to buy courts. So I'm saying now, they tell you that to purchase the physical thing and them and the furniture and all that, the appliances, it is some billions of dollars, $3.4 billion. However, to use the name courts, it's gonna cost $200 million extra. The 200 million. Somebody saying something? All right. The $200 million extra that James may decide to. So here happen now. James says she's not paying the 200 million. So therefore, she buy the thing for the 3.2 billion and she put on to change it, the name and market it as James Furniture Store. What do you think would happen? Somebody get kicked off, you know. What do you think would happen when Tamaya change the name to James Furniture Store?
Isn't that she all the profit will go to she?
No, yes, all the profits going to, but no, what the profits had already got to she. But what would happen, Romario, is that our sales going to drop because people don't know James Furniture.
Oh yeah. You have to build the brand first.
Yeah, so that's why courts would say what you're paying for the 200 million is the goodwill that we have generated over the years. So Jamaica and Jamaicans see us in a positive light that we're a good furniture store. So if you want to continue using our name, you have to pay for it. And that is what would be known as goodwill. So if as a merchandiser, you do not monitor your stock properly and ensure that the damaged and soiled goods and the outdated goods are taken from the display, you know, on an ongoing basis, and so you're going to damage the goodwill of your company because people will paint a negative picture to your company, especially if the people they buy the thing and go home and go use it and get sick or something. You know, that's a problem. All right. Moving on. All right, Romario, talk to us about the next one. Romario?
Which one were at? Which one were at again?
Just talk to me about 1.5.
Stock range displays to conform fixtures, ticketed price, these are barcode. Is it that it's talking about the pricing of the stuff of the stock?
All right, stock range is placed to conform. All right. So how you're going to display it? You see, as long as you talk about conform, conforming to something means that something is already established. If you don't have rules, then you can't ask people to conform, and you never have no rules for them to conform to. But yeah. So when you see, you have to look at the keywords. Stock range is placed to conform to fixtures. So depending on how the fixtures were set up, you have to display a thing properly there. Ticketing, prices are barcodes. So you know that, remember, a lot of companies, is barcodes, them scan, and the price for the product is in the barcode, So if you're using ticketing, it means that you're going to write the price on the product. But most companies, because they want the consumer to feel fully satisfied, they use ticketing plus barcode. So when you go at the shelf, you will see on a little strip, you will see the cost for the product, but on the product itself there's no cost because the cost is already in the barcode. So I have a question. If the barcode comes from the manufacturer, because they are the ones that label the product. How is it that the supermarket can change the price of a product after it is on the shelf with a barcode that the price is in?
Question, sir.
I was saying, if the barcode comes to the location from the manufacturer, because they are the one that place the label on the product. So let us say it is Grace Tin Mackerel. The big Jack one, you know that one?
Yes, I know that one.
Of course. All right. So we're using Grace Jack Mackerel, right? And so coming from the manufacturing plant, they would label it. And the label carries a barcode. All right? How is it that when it comes to using high-low supermarket, how is it that high-low can change the price of the product? And you scan the bar, and when them scan it, it displays.
I wasn't hearing you. You got cut out. I only hear the last part when you say when it comes to high-low, it come with the barcode, and when it comes to high-low, how is it them gonna change? And it cut out.
Yeah, because it's when you remember, so when you go to the supermarket, you just scan your thing, and the price come up.
Right.
All right. Well, all right. To me, the barcode for each product, because remember, the supermarket will have inventory, a stock inventory, a database of all the product lines that they carry, right? That they will that they sell to the public, and and all the different brands that they sell to the public. So obviously, their network system will have to capture the information on the barcode coming from the manufacturer, and then that system will allow them to change the price. You're going to have persons specifically employed to do these things. Sometimes the public, they don't see these people, at these locations, because them in office doing these things. You understand? So, right. So when I talk about ticketing is something that you can visibly see. So you always have some strips on the shelf that will tell the consumer, the customer, what is the cost for the product. But that cost for the product is also in the database, and therefore the supermarket have the ability to can change the price of the product. And the only thing that they would have to do if they change the price of the product is to ultimately change the figure on the ticket, to change the information on the ticketing and labeling. All right. Some persons, I say, some people get kicked off, 1 fund. So, all right. Stock is rotated according to stock requirements and organizational procedure. You see, when I talk about rotating stock, do you know that? Tell me how the people or the merchandisers stock hard-dough bread. Cameron, tell me how the people stock hard-dough bread.
I've been in there one time when I saw them came in the supermarket. What they did was to put the ones that they just brought, they put them to the back and pull the other ones that was there before to the front.
Thank you very much. So therefore, by everybody hear what Davian just said? Daily
Yes,
and
sir.
all right, good. Therefore, by doing that, the bread merchandisers is using the rotation method known as
First in, first out.
first in, first out. One of the reasons that they would do it, the implication is that the good is a perishable good. So it can easily be spoiled. All right. So they use a first in, first out method. All right. So let's go. Who can tell me a product that would, tell me another product that you would use the first in, first. Everybody. So Davian, you're good because you have the bread. Daily, I want a product that you use first in, first out. And James, I want a product that you use first in, first out method.
Milk.
What type of milk?
Cow's milk. I don't know.
Of course, because remember that you have some type of milk that can stay long, So you're talking about the box one, them and the...
Yeah.
All right, good, no problem, wonderful. James?
Yogurt.
Yogurt?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, no problem. All right, now from each of you, I need a product that we would use the last in, first out method.
In, first out.
So you said last in, first out?
Yes. What? Give me an example of a type of product that you would use last in, first out. And remember, I say, ladies, because Romario get kicked off. Remember that this is not just about food stuff. You have to think wide. Think out of the box. Just think wide.
It can be at the pharmacy too, right, sir?
Yeah, man.
Mario said his light is gone.
Oh, that one of your classmate named Swaby, she had said that she don't have any light either. Yeah, man. That's why I said think outside of the box. You don't have to tie yourself just to inside the supermarket.
Last in first. It can be
Last in.
DPH.
Well, no. Let me think it through. Let me think it through. DPH. All right. Last in
DPH, Alexa, any one of them.
first. So the last set of stuff to come in is the first.
They said last in, first out.
Eh. First in, first out. No, man, they not think so. They don't want to sell the one them. All right. If you're the pharmacist, and you get in some DPH stock in July, and you get in the next set of DPH stock in August, and people come into you want to try to sell the July one first.
Yes.
So I don't think that.
But me, I try to figure out the last in, first out.
The last set of goods to come in, they are usually the first to go.
Last in, first out.
Understand that one. If these are the last set to come in, how is it
Yes.
to go out?
Depends on the characteristic, the type of product.
Or is it one expiry date on it?
No, but you see, let me tell you something now. Look at fashion, at clothing. As a new fashion comes in, you realize that they're usually the first to go. And so what will happen is that your older stock, you may have to have sale out on them. Because nobody not coming and asking for those designs anymore. Because everybody going for the new designs that just came in to the store.
You know, I should have been able to answer that question because I have an online fragrance business, and most of the times when I have it all depends.
New fragrance.
It's go out quicker than the ones that I have.
Right. Another thing is appliances, like appliances. When the new updated the phone, look at phones. Look at phones. Okay. You know, when the new model comes in, which has more features and stuff, you find out that model will go faster than the long time model them. All right. So so that's why I said don't just think wide. Just think wide. All right. What was the last one? Stock presentation. All right. Stock presentation conform to special handling techniques and other safety requirements. Special handling techniques. So, you know, certain things are you ever hear that, certain things you have to handle them with kid gloves? Kid gloves, is it? Call it? You ever hear about that? Some things have specific ways to handle them because some things are rough and hard and you can handle them more loosely, but some things are delicate. And remember that they need to be presented in the best way to the customer because they are trying to appeal to the buying senses of the customer. All right. So, you know, your presentation of your stock and how to handle special stock and so is extremely important. All right. What I will be doing though, ladies, because this is 3 persons, you know, what I will be doing as we from day to day, I will be sending out some information to the group. But ensure that you continue to look at the other characteristics, the other competencies, and look at the criteria, the performance criteria for them. And then I will send, I said, because this is the first unit and we just start, I will send two questions. I'll email 2 questions that the people need to do and send back to me, so I can get a feel of for your of what you're understanding. I sent out a tip yesterday and said that the range statement and the underpinning knowledge and skills, always read up those, because the instructor or the facilitator have to set their questions and so based on what knowledge you should acquire.
Okay.
And
So you're breaking up. Sir? Mr. Dixon?
It's not there, it's shipped out.
Mm. Everybody Wi-Fi has a problem.
all right, Daily, you with me still?
Yes,
Come
sir.
back.
So you were hearing what I just said, my last statements, closing statement?
No, sir, you
No,
chipped
sir,
out.
we didn't hear anything.
Oh God.
So you've been hold for a while.
You serious?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was just about to text you and ask if you should just end the class.
You've been hold for a while.
He's
Like,
out
hang
of
on again.
So you're gone again.
yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe I could just to end the class and then voice note it.
Whoa. What? Wow. Want to do it one time? Yep. Yeah. It's a trick for every street I gone, so we're gonna take one from them.
What are you saying, Daily?
Sir, you got kicked off again, you know.
Oh God, it's just the technology. It's just maybe the weather.
Well, I said,
All right. So let me thank you for staying. You hearing me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Let me thank you for staying, and as I said, I will communicate with you through the WhatsApp group. I'll be doing a little test on Unit 1 just to give you a feel of how a test can look.
Okay.
And edit, so now try to do it and email it back to me, and I mark it
okay, sir.
and individually tell you what score you get. Oh my God. But we'll do it. I have confidence that we'll do it. What would really make me very happy though, hopefully come Thursday we have good weather and persons are able to come on and we have a full quota of persons and thing. But we will keep the link and we will just have faith and just do some reading. I was saying maybe I get kicked off again, I'm not sure if I've
The wind blowing really heavy, so maybe that's
yes, possibly. So as I say, we will keep the link through the WhatsApp group and just read. You get the content now to read. So read upon the content. As I say, may not understand everything with the first go. However, it means that when we are discussing it as a group, you will be able to can relate because you did read something like that. All right. So have a safe rest of the day, and we will communicate again officially on Thursday, unofficially through the WhatsApp group. All right.
okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. You
Sir.
take care then. Cool. Yeah,
Right.
man.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. Sir.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, man.
Bye.